Hello, my name is JuJuan Buford. I'm a business solutions specialist, sales professional, entrepreneur, writer, and parent. Or in other words, as I like to share, I learn things, I do things, I evaluate, and I share what I learn. I believe entrepreneurship is empowerment, and this audio and other content that I share is simply my way of contributing to a more vibrant ecosystem for all of us to participate in. Of course, if you enjoy the information that is to follow, by all means visit my my Facebook site at facebook.com/CATCHJSBUFORD. Catch, CATCHJSBUFORD. Like, follow me, or simply share your color commentary. I love comments, good, bad, and indifferent. Also, you can check for me on my LinkedIn site. It's just bit.ly/LinkedIn public profile JuJuan, JuJuan Buford, BUFORD. All right, let's get started. So, how can micro business owners attract and retain good talent, right? Look, talent is not tantamount to leadership. I guess that's one of the first things I would share in terms of a business owner that's trying to figure out how can I go about retaining the talent that I have and also attracting individuals. Once again, talent is not tantamount to leadership, right? So this is a statement that's about self-evaluation, because 9 times out of 10, look, if you made the transition from a highly accomplished, overachieving professional to an entrepreneur, and chances are that's what you are if you've made that transition. You may be overconfident in your own ability. Look, in traditional work environments, ideally, right, being exceptionally competent or having an invaluable skill set that is not easily duplicated affords you recognition, perks, and material rewards, creating an internal bias, if you will, a bubble, if you will, right? So more often than not, overachievers assume that other people have the same baseline of knowledge and skill sets. They can become irritated when others don't execute to their expectations or at the level they would expect of themselves. They ask questions and offer critiques that dissuade others from taking initiative around them, ultimately behaving like idiosyncratic overseers, driving down morale, and eventually even what they viewed as mediocre performance in the first place. But good leaders know that the more you learn, the more you understand what you don't know. They're empathetic to the fact that even the most talented individuals come to the table at different places developmentally. Instead of asking why certain tasks aren't being implemented to the standard, they ask, what systems can I put into place to help everyone level up? Instead of asking, why aren't you or they doing this, right? They approach with, how can we accomplish this task? Let's discuss how we can improve the situation. Look, leadership is a skilled trade. You know, for well over a decade, you endured schooling, right? Attended an innumerable amount of trainings, delved into self-education, and worked assiduously to chisel yourself into the fine oiled machine that you've become today. If you're a writer, musician, world-class athlete, spokesperson, salesperson, attorney, doctor, real estate agent, cook, celebrity stylist, etc., 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 this all sounds familiar to you. Well, becoming an excellent leader requires the same commitment. Not only do you have to become technically sound in your skilled trade or subject matter expert in your industry, but you also have to become exceptionally skilled on how to influence people. At the end of the day, that is what good leaders do. Military leaders are able to induce people to follow them 50 yards into a hail of bullets. Football coaches can engender such respect and affection that grown men earning millions of dollars with the egos to boot will continue to play for them despite horrific pain and adverse physical effects. In other words, you must become a student of how to motivate, engender belief, and inspire sacrifice. Look, here's one caveat to remember though. Don't expect your employees to want the success of your business more than you do. I'm not here to give you ear candy. However, if they believe in you and they see you running 100 miles per hour, they may keep pace at 90 miles per hour. Look, don't be a butthead. You know, people are emotional creatures. We make decisions predicated upon gut feelings, our level of excitement and belief, or our level of distrust or discomfort. Then we use our cerebral cortex, right, our thinking, to justify our decisions after the fact. Ever hear the axiom, people don't remember what you said, but rather how you made them feel? Look, don't be lazy in language. Before you unleash your justified wave of indignation and self-righteous criticisms, remember you were an ugly duckling at one time too. You stumbled. You made mistakes. At a certain age, most of us learn to flee from people who believe they can do no wrong. People are more receptive when you talk with them than rather at them. Look, the quickest route to a destination is a straight line. In other words, ask for referrals. It is commonly understood in the insurance industry that the best customers become the best insurance agents. I engage in via phone conference or belly-to-belly interactions with at least 10 business owners a week, and barely 1 out of 10 of them ever bother to ask for referrals, much less employing systemic routine to acquire them. Your customers appreciate your services, and if you've done your best to make them happy clients, they also respect you. When people see value in something, they typically have no problem referring others to it. So what if you ask the following questions after you've made a happy client, or if you discover someone is just really enthusiastic about your services or product? What if you ask these 2 questions every single time? Number 1, do you know of anyone that could benefit from being educated about knowing about this service or product? Or you know of someone who would benefit or would take an interest in being educated about this service or product, right? Of course, we can't control if they buy, but who would you like to help? Number 2, who do you know who is looking for part-time or full-time work that is self-motivated, industrious, comfortable working professionals and entrepreneurs, really enjoys helping people and are not afraid of work, right? Just 2 examples, right, of 2 questions you can ask and of course fashion them to your own purposes. But what if you did that every single time? I can tell you what would happen. You'd look up and your business would be totally different 3 to 6 months from now. And how much did it cost you to ask for those referrals? Maybe a tad bit of discomfort until you get comfortable with it and start really enjoying the benefits, right? Look, closed mouths don't get fed. Take a moment to peruse the websites or social media accounts of the super majority of most micro business owners in particular. And you're not going to find a career section very often. The typical excuse for not having one is, I can't afford another employee, or something to the effect of, I'm just running a small operation and I'm not looking. Look, to those who dare to utter these words, you might as well begin printing invitations to your business funeral. The attitude comes before the altitude. If you don't envision your business leveling up, it never will. What if someone approached you and said, look, I'll start eating fruits and veggies when I turn 60. That way I can live a healthier, more vibrant life in my golden years. You'd probably chuckle, right? I mean, realistically, what would be your response to that? Look, so many entrepreneurs are out here simply starving the baby, denying their businesses the talents that are needed to grow into healthy, thriving enterprises. Look, recruit the talent before you need it. Ever apply for a job and receive a not hiring at the moment notification? Did it change your opinion of the company? Of course it didn't. Look, it is good practice to build a database of potential partners or employees in advance. If you're not announcing to the world that you're growing, expanding, and thriving, what are you announcing? Okay, so more conventional and maybe non-conventional strategies and tools that business owners can utilize, right, to build their businesses, particularly small business owners. Golden handcuffs, number 1. Offering benefits such as key person insurance. Definitely get with an investment advisor to learn more about this particular strategy. Identity theft and legal services, voluntary benefits, right? Access to child care resources, the provision of transportation options, et cetera, even if you're just providing information about it. Look, these are the types of benefits that help to alleviate the expenses that today's generation of employees are becoming increasingly sensitive to. In other words, there is more than one way to compensate an employee. Number 2, take the time to hire a professional. Help you identify your key performance indicators, the tasks and activities that drive the most profitable outcomes for your business. Then find ways to gamify it or find ways to incentivize employees that exhibit the ability to hone in and execute on these KPIs. Keep in mind too, hosting events that recognize peak performers, but more importantly, highlight KPIs that contribute to their achievements. Remember, people, they say babies will cry for it, and of course men will die for it, right? Recognition works wonders. Incorporate into the onboarding process, in other words, investing in employee handbook and or operating manuals, and we'll come back to that. An informal interview process, whereas you help employees, particularly younger individuals, right, to identify what they're taking aim at financially and personally, help them paint a picture of their future. Find ways to marry their performance and success with you to their short and long-term goals. if your employees can't envision how working for you can serve as a means to achieve their goals, your business becomes just another job, pit stop, or bus stop on the way to the next one. Look, incorporating an onboarding process and invest in employee handbook, training, and or operating manual. Look, the way you onboard an employee sends a clear signal about whether your business is built to last. Don't operate out of fear, jealousy, and be okay with others being more competent than you in other areas. Remember, at the end of the day, you are the business owner, right? And of course, number 7, look, resist the urge to be nepotistic. Here's a checklist that I've adopted and refined for my own purposes after reading a book on leadership by John C. Maxwell. And there are a couple recommendations that he made, right, in terms of evaluating talent and making sure that you're not being nepotistic, you're truly allowing the cream to rise to the top, and you're not being completely subjective in your hiring and also retention practices. Number 1, ask yourself, what is a person's value to the team? Their skills, talents, and aptitudes. What natural abilities or energies do they possess? Number 2. Number 3, are they motivated, doers, self-starters who take responsibilities for their performance? Number 4, is the timing right for them to be part of the team? Or they operate in a tempest, right, going into a storm where they just might not have the focus or the wherewithal to really perform the standard, no matter how fertile the environment may be for them. Do they have potential that can be identified via their performance, right? Identifiable performance, right? Are they receptive to mentorship from you and willing to be held accountable? So those are just some of the things that I thought about as I transverse the ecosystem here, specifically in the Detroit metropolitan area, but in conversations with business owners all over the country. Hopefully this content and information can be of benefit to you. Once again, I firmly believe that entrepreneurship is empowerment, and I am 100% committed to helping other individuals level up and participate in an ecosystem that works for all of us. Of course, once again, if you enjoyed the content, look, I love commentary. Let me know whether or not you think I am on the right track in terms of providing important and viable, actionable content that business owners can use. So visit the Facebook site, facebook.com/CATCHJSBUFORD. Or, of course, you can continue checking for me on LinkedIn and my public profile, JuJuan, JuJuan Buford. Everyone have a fantastic day, and goodbye for now.